For rock and stone! Two minutes, Nico. Her. For Carl! For Carl! Oh my god, Carl, we did it. We got ready for the stream in about 7 minutes flat. Can you believe I worked at work today? I know, it's weird. I solved a problem they've been fighting for a year in about 35 minutes this morning. And then I spent 7.5 hours actually testing it because no one believed that it was fixable. But
That is where problem solve. Give GV a raise.
Oh, I wish. Actually, I got a pretty decent raise. I got a prorated raise before I'd even been there for a year. And then I just got a full bonus plus a little extra bump. And so now I should be in line for a full size raise. I don't remember when these things happen, but yeah, I think things are going well there. We tested the living snot out of it. I would love to go into the super hyper details, but I think there's only one person here who's going to give the slightest hint of a crap about it. I will just toss out that being a contractor for a decade, meaning I worked at 20 different companies with 20 different ways of doing the same stupid thing, actually paid off. Oh my God, Nico, that's 2 landings in a row. I managed to nail it during the warm up, whatever the hell we call that. So congratulations, Nico. We both got points today. Here comes the real drum roll. No, there's no scores in the last 24 hours, even though I just landed one. I think what happened is the little game company that runs these fun little hoo-has, Plinko's the other fun one that they've got. I believe they have changed so they only track your 24-hour scores now if you pay. And I'm not paying. I can't say that it wouldn't be worth paying. I'm just saying that I'm not going to. So yeah, I think it stopped keeping track for us freeloaders. So I've got the source. I found where the source code is that I have stashed aside on my Google Drive someplace that will do this on my own. I just don't know how to make it do it and then actually be visible to OBS. So yeah, there's that little step. And since I'm not getting paid during the day to do it, I'm not going to get it solved in the first 35 minutes, I'm afraid. Plus, I'm spending a lot of time panicking about a lot of other crap that I got to get all worked out. So, hey, here we are. It's Wednesday. I hope it's Wednesday. It might be Wednesday. Whatever it is, in the 7 minutes, it took me about 6.5 of those to get the Steam Deck to actually honor the fact that it was hooked up to the dock and the HDMI output so that the capture card could grab it. We almost had to fall back to Expeditions Season 3, which released last week. I've played the first Expedition because I couldn't help myself. The best news ever for Expeditions, they changed the way winches work. So you don't have to hammer the D-pad to cycle through all 200 trees on the scene to pick the one that you want. You could just use the thumbstick to guide the pointer to where you want it. And I think it even does motion control. Oh, it is so gorgeous. I have got all of my fingers and toes crossed that they pull that over into SnowCraft.
I just want to see how TTS says that.
Expeditions. It was actually pretty close. And good job, TTS. I think it did a good enough job. I'm going to ignore the fact that I didn't totally pay attention to it. So, was it SnowRunner Season 16 has just been deployed to the public test server. You have to have the game on Epic in order to access the test server. There was one season where they did it on Steam, and I didn't know it until it was too late, so I didn't get to try it. But as long as we're talking about Epic here, they don't run... They're capable of hosting Apple builds of games, but they do it very, very sparsely. I don't really understand why, because the Unreal Engine is designed to support Mac. There's plenty of, UE4, UE5 games out there, and they support some of them.
Snakes.
But they don't support all of them.
Why did it have to be snakes?
But my MSI gaming rig... Hey, old banking face. Welcome aboard. My MSI gaming rig that used to belong to my company is now mine. I got my new Dell laptop. I got it all finished up in the configuration. I got to complete the user story I had for getting myself configured. It only took me about 6 days, which is a third of the time I think it took when I first started. And I believe the last guy that we hired, he got it done in a little under 2 weeks. So he was in the 8 or 9 day range. So now I've got it down to 6. That finished off yesterday, and I've spent a little bit of yesterday and then tucked in around the corners of fixing this other technical problem we had today, trying to update the document that we keep that's supposed to tell people how to configure a new machine that was wrong in a ton of places. Also really old. There's lots of the new 2016 version of software references in there. So now everything points to 2022, because that's mostly the most recent version of most of the Microsoft stuff we've got. I don't think there's a 25 version of anything in there. Visual Studio 25, I believe, is still out there and is in beta. I bet they'll make it an official release with build coming up shortly, whenever that is, sometime. Oh man, Mr. Stitches. This is because we're crafting roads today. I gotta have my. I should be wearing, a full safety helmet, but my Plinko King from Miss Silvermoon is the best that I've got. So yeah, I need to remain visible so that them damn trucks don't go running me over, because you know how that can be. We're gonna get to the game momentarily. You know what I'm gonna do? As long as I'm here, we're going heavy into story time today, because I've had to miss so many streams lately. I got a ton of catching up that I got to do. Yeah, well, yeah. See, yeah, old Bacon Face knows what this is all about. So the MSI gaming rig is now mine. It has been completely wiped and Windows 11 reinstalled on it. What are you gonna do? I can't have Windows 95 again, so I guess I'll stick with 11. I don't care about it. I'm a Mac guy now. I don't care 10 versus 11. So it's fully reinstalled. I have Steam on there, and I have installed the Epic Store on there. I am actually finally capable of installing an Epic Windows game on a Windows machine. There was a way to do it on Steam Deck, but it was convoluted. So I hadn't gotten to it yet because I'm lazy and I can't get around to doing anything. But now I can install Steam games. So there's a chance if they put SnowRunner on sale on Steam again very, very shortly, I might actually buy yet another copy of it so that I can get on the public test server. Short version of that story is I'm hoping that they make the same winching change, because winching is the hardest thing in any of these games on console, because you can't just select your winch point. You have to cycle through everything, and I swear it's non-deterministic how it decides which one you're trying to pick through, and it's a pain in my ass. I'm considering it would be 1, 2, 3. I think it would only be my fourth. I haven't purchased the Xbox version. It would run on Xbox One, but I haven't touched my Xbox One in so long, and I don't have an S or X, so I didn't bother with this. It would only be my fourth version. You can get the base game usually for $20, so I would probably do that just if I could. But yeah, you gotta cosplay for your games. I'm only gonna go so far. I don't know what that. Well, for Sea of Saturdays right now, Sea of Stars with that god awful circus. I'm not cosplaying as anything related to circus. That's just not going to happen. Screw that. It's out. But there are some others I could consider. So yeah, this one I had to go for this. This is from my mod job for Miss Silvermoon, running the Plinko game when she's taking her smoke breaks. I could install Plinko over here, but I usually stream short enough. I don't bother with a formal break, so instead we just let the drop take care of itself and do some parachuting. So that's the new machine. That's how work went today. Work went really well. It is hot as living hell here today. My watch says it's only 92. Some weather apps swore we were going to get to triple digits. Some thought we might only get to 98 or 99, but still, yeah, it's hot. And you know what? Putting this on over my polo shirt, I guess it's not really a t-shirt technically. It's a polo shirt, I guess. This thing feels really hot. I think the high visibility is super reflective, so it's reflecting all of my body heat back in on me. And I might die. But yeah, I have found with my watch, I think the complication, because that's what Apple decided to call it on my watch, that points to a weather service, I think it's using Yahoo's weather. I don't know why. I don't usually question it. I think Yahoo is typically kind of wrong. I've also found that if I just launch the Yahoo app on my phone, if I look at the current temperature for my city, it will say one thing. And if I look at the current temperature for where I am, it will be radically different. I could justify a few degrees different because I don't know exactly where in the city they're reading the temperature from, but I'll get 10-degree differences on a day like today where there's no clouds, there's no wind, there's just sun beating down on everything. Maybe a few degrees difference here or there depending on things, but not a 10-degree difference. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it's actually 102 and this is just reading wrong. Let me check my other machine. Nope, this one, that one says 93. I've also found that my car tends to run about 2 degrees warmer than my phone, and my phone tends to run a couple of degrees warmer than my watch. Weather is stupid. It's all fake math. It's all those weather control machines and chemtrails that with any luck we're going to make illegal soon, so we won't have to worry about weird weather anymore, because that's how that works. think I've come back down. Hey, let's take a look at the game. I don't think I've actually played this for 3 weeks now. I think SnowRunner Wednesday before we went to Canada was the last time I played. I might have done a little bit on the day after that on Thursday, because I think we started this final map kernel on the last time I streamed this game, and then I played. There's no way we got to 50% on that day. So I think on the Thursday after, I played a bunch. The Friday after, we were getting ready to leave because we had to leave at 2:30 in the morning to catch the ferry in time because we had the 7:30.
You have calmed down
ferry.
just in time for my stupidity to rile you back up. Whoop whoop, time to poop.
Whoop whoop, time to poop. That's a bumper sticker, Nico. Happy birthday to Child, by the way. I believe it's a female one. I don't know names because surprisingly, I don't think you've ever managed to dox your kids on stream. So congrats on that. But you did spoil that it's one of their birthdays. So I just did too. Happy. Oh, wait.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Ooh, confetti. Oh my god, I actually left that installed. I believe that's installed as a mod-only command, so you can't get carried away. It's for the anniversary stream and the birthday stream that I make those public, just for the record there. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I played a little bit more Kernel. The joke in the go live notification is that where we're going, we don't need roads. Nope. Wait. Yep, we do. I have built more roads on this map so far, and I'm only halfway through than in any of the others. Yeah, you got to make sure. I think there's also an anniversary one. That's the sound of no, you're thinking of the police. There may be a semantic difference depending on where you live, though, so I'm going to grant you that. So where were we? I'm about halfway through. It's a very cool map. It was the base for, I think, the most advanced of the trio of demo missions that they made available that I didn't get to play because they hated Steam Deck users at the time. So it's mostly big open area, but with big chunky crags and rivers that you can't climb through, and I believe I had some fun with that on stream in the first one. There's a ton of pipes all over the place you got to replace because it's a geothermal area, and there are...
Plop plop goes the poop as it sloshes down the toilet into the sewers, to go wherever the poop fairy takes it.
God damn it, Nico. There you go. That was just one too many poops for me to handle. So yeah, there's a ton of pipes. I haven't even started making pipes, but there are, according to the achievements, there are 10 geysers available on the map, and there's an achievement for dropping a truck in each one of them. So I've done 4 so far. I found 4, so I've dropped a truck into 4 of them. It's kind of fun. Turns out they're super deep. You ain't getting that truck back out on your own. You have to recover it back to the base, but that's okay. No, it's all your fault, Nico. It is 100% you. So that is where we're standing on that. Let me go ahead and let's get that loading. So I am at, what am I at? 14 out of 33 objectives, 7 out of 9 side objectives. Where I have the orange triangles on the map, those are the geysers that I have located and plopped somebody into them. There's apparently a ton more I'm going to have to go find out there somewhere. Some of them are kind of, they don't show up on the map. You have to be close enough that when you go into the overhead view, you can spot them. So that's going to take a little bit. So that's an achievement I'm still working on. Completing all the side objectives in the game. I got 2 left. Is that the... Yes, I beat TTS this time. Just because. Yeah, you earned that one because I've been streaming so lightly lately. Hopefully we're getting back into better business. Because it was so hot today, or at least projected to be so, it's still hot enough. The air conditioner in Master Jedi's office building it's been non-functional until last week, and then it was kind of oddly semi-functional. They decided yesterday that it wasn't going to work well enough to have humans in the building and survive. So she actually is working from home today, so I don't have to run early. I don't have to go catch a train. So, you know, I got to throw you a little bit of a bone because I'm going to try catching up here. She should be back in the office next Wednesday, but as long as I can keep quitting a few minutes early, you know, I should be able to get these going. I can relate to being non-functional. Oh God, it's been really bad for us for several. Okay, we're doing this for 6 months easily anyway, but yeah, the past couple of weeks, they've been tough. Canada was awesome. And it made it even harder to get re-engaged once we came back, trying desperately to find ways to adopt Urgent Sandwich so that he can be our anchor baby back into Canada. I've also been investigating a lot into New Zealand. I found a company that is willing to sponsor work visas. So I'm gonna pursue that one a little bit. I'd go either way. I'd go to Scotland too, but that one's a lot harder right now. Yeah, Canada's awesome, man. I wish I had some Timbits. The good stuff, we've broken into the Canada coffee that we bought when we were in there. It's like 107% maple. I don't know how you get that much maple in just a coffee, but it is so good. It is amazing. It is long gone. It isn't making an appearance here today. Though I would like to say, hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Coffee Monkey. Went to an office yesterday. It was pointless. Oh, yeah, I know. We went to Victoria, and there was a pair of classic Canadian historical stores there. Murchie's, I believe, was the tea house next door to, I'm going to go with Monroe's, the bookshop. So Murchie's had their own coffee. Now, they may have been rebranded from somebody else. I don't know. But it was their proudly Canadian with a giant maple leaf on it, maple coffee. And it's you could drink straight out of a jug of maple syrup, and it wouldn't be as mapley as this coffee is. It is amazing. After stream, or, well, if Master Jedi comes down during stream, I'll have it grab it. I'll go and I'll confirm that for you, though, because it is good stuff. But yeah, I don't know where else it's available. I don't know anything. You should know that by now. I know nothing. I know what I like. I don't know what I like that I don't know about, though. But I'd like to know about it. And I know what I hate. The list's getting bigger every damn day. Yeah. With Master Jedi, the joke is always when she tells me that there's, she wants to give me a list of things that she likes. I figure it's easier if she gives me a list of things that she doesn't like. And work off of that. But no, with me, it's the opposite. It's the opposite way around. I hate everything. So let's see. The new machine, the new laptop, is raring and ready to go. The only thing I installed off of it, and this was a weird choice, was the animated Windows background app. Just because I've had a seething jealousy over it for years now because they don't have a Mac version that parallels off of that. So I've been waiting until I've had a viable Windows machine to actually install it on just to see it work. So I installed that, I loaded up a couple, and I'm like, hey, that's fun. And okay, then I shut it down. So I got to work on finding the next thing to install out there. And honestly, as big a pain in the ass as RoadCraft has become, trying to run it off the Steam Deck, I may put RoadCraft on the big laptop, and we're going to see how that does. Yeah, because you're going something. God damn it, Nico. Yeah, we gotta do the PS5 stuff. We'll get there. Stop it, Nico. Just stop it. Stop it. Come on, we got a game to play, Nico. We got to get building some roads. Same reason I'm not going to Idaho. No, you should never go to Idaho. I've driven through Idaho. I've spent the night in Idaho. Usually it's on the way back from Colorado. We'll push through Salt Lake and stay near Twin Falls because that's still a 10-hour drive back to Portland from there. But going the other way, we'll push through to Salt Lake first. And then that makes it shorter. We like the second day to be our shorter day. I think that's how that all works out. 2 goddammits in one stream. Well, you could probably pick up a whole bunch more today. I got to take off the readers to see that far away. Hey, look at me. I'm actually going to load a game. How long has it been? Yeah, half an hour. That's good enough. That's yammering. What else have we got? The weekend. The weekend's looking good. Tomorrow, Oh, we ordered a trio of boxes of eye drops. Master Jedi uses eye drops because she has dry eyes. I guess that's as good a reason as any to use those. From Costco online. They sent us 2 boxes of the eye drops and 1 pair of men's swim trunks that might fit a child. And that was it. So if they had shipped an extra large pair of trunks, I would have very little use for them, but I probably would have just said, screw it, it's not worth pursuing this. I'll go ahead and keep these. But no, they're tiny. I think literally they might fit a young boy, and that's it. And I don't have any young boys, and I don't want any young boys around. So I actually contacted Costco. Fortunately, they had an online chat, so I didn't actually have to break out a telephone, so that felt good. I figured, okay, I'm going to go for it. We're going to see how it does. And I was able to negotiate that they have refunded me for the 3rd box that they did not send, and they have said that I can take the extra pair of swim trunks back to my local warehouse store. So I'm going to do it, but all I can think in my head is I'm just some random dude showing up with a shrink-wrapped pair of swim trunks. I'm going to walk into the customer service and I'm going to say they sent me these and said I should bring them to you. And I'm willing to bet hilarity will ensue at that point. And if I walk out with a pair of swim shorts that I can't wear, maybe I just set them on like a stanchion right out in front of the building and someone will take them. That might actually be a viable option. So there's a little more fun there. Idaho needs to leave their potatoes behind. Yeah, potatoes are good. You've been busy out here. I know that Eastern Oregon is desperate to become part of Greater Idaho, and neither Idaho nor the rest of Oregon actually wants that to happen, but they sure do. So, good luck to all of them there. Just get rid of everything? Good. Okay. Yeah. Where the hell was I? Supply the archaeologists' camp with the requested resources. Oh, yeah. I just dropped off. I had to go all the way to the opposite side of the map to get 2 very large boxes. One fit in the bed of this truck, conveniently so, strapped down, and the other one I just grabbed a hold of with a crane and dragged it behind me. And that was not a good solution, but it was a solution. So it got me here, and then it said, hey, all you have to do now is plot out the route. I believe I did plot the route, and it generated a failure. It's probably this red one. It's not a surprise to anybody. I'm not shocked by that, because I think I plotted it through a bunch of swamp that I knew it wouldn't be able to make it through. But I was kind of in a hurry because it was late on Thursday, and I knew I wouldn't have time Friday. Yeah, it's this one here, from the warehouse to the archaeologists' camp. So it got to here, and then, oh, nope, right there. I remember watching this now. It's one of the great big trucks, and this was just too tight a corner for the way that I have that little nub right there set up. So it was trying to honor that, and then when it wanted to swing back around, it was putting its tires off into the gook, and it couldn't make the turn. So I think the solution is to get rid of that one. Oh, and I actually do want one right there. Hang on. So I want it to get the turn started. Oh, that other waypoint from that other path is kind of in the way. Let's do it in tight there. And I may need to back him up one. We're going to watch. We're going to see how this goes. Ooh, nope. That has already worked out better. So, hey, I can catch up on chat. I can be a little chitty-chatty myself as we watch. Apparently what the archaeologists really want is either fuel or milk. Don't know what's in these tankers. It's probably the same thing. Greater Idaho equals billions of dollars that Idahoans don't want to pay for. Yeah, I know. That's exactly it. It's the side of Oregon that has no real revenue or industry or anything to speak of. They just hate being led around by them damn and coastal elite libs. Wow, that's going really wide there. Yeah, okay, he made it. They want to live free with the other, the far more conservative Idaho, but they're not bringing any money with them, just more mouths to feed. So Idaho doesn't want them. And okay, we get over here. Yeah, this is where I figured this is going to be way too muddy for a big truck. So that's okay. That's kind of what we expected. That actually gets me almost all the way here. It starts at this warehouse back here. So luckily, I had already built most of this road up to accommodate traffic going the other way. Okay, there it ended. So that does mean at some point we're going to have some head-on collisions, and I'm actually going to shut down one of these. I'd like to keep them running just as long as I can, just because it's kind of a challenge, but this is such a long path to have to make a 2-lane deal out of that, screw it. The first time we get a collision, we're just gonna rebuild, or we're gonna shut one down and let everybody else rebuild. Where is my sand truck? Ooh, news for this game. They released a hot patch that added a ton of quality of life features and just a whole bunch of a lot of stuff. They did also introduce the exact opposite of my SnowRunner bug. When you quit the map, instead of deleting any trucks you'd left behind, it duplicated all the trucks you left behind. With the caveat that only one of them in the chain of duplications could actually be gotten rid of. So every time you quit, you got another copy of all your trucks. And another. And another. And before long, you could have so many trucks on the map that the performance of the game would grind to nothing. And then it would crash. And you couldn't get rid of any of those trucks. So they put out a hot fix the next day, luckily. Apparently there were people who were doing nothing but loading, saving, just to see how bad it could get. So the next day they put out a patch. It stopped the duplication. It also looked for those trucks that had whatever flag was set on them that prevented deletion, and it auto-deleted all of them, so some people probably got screwed. So that should all be fixed up. There are apparently some other weird little bugs that hot patch introduced that they're working on hot patch 2 for, but that didn't sound like any of them were too terrible, so I'm willing to go ahead and take a gamble. The really good one that I'm excited about is they fixed this truck right here up so that when you're working the tilt on the bed, it's no longer the exact same control that does the rotation on the bed. So you don't tilt up and spin to the side accidentally anymore. They're on separate controls. So if you want to do a casual, graceful 2-axis tilt, you're probably screwed now, and that's okay because it very rarely worked in my actual favor. Let's go ahead and recover that. I think, is that dry stone base? Yeah, dry stone base, because this is right where that extra road bit is that I need. When it recovers, it brings the sand with it, so that's kind of handy. Oh, good horn. And I'm in low gear, but I can't get out until the garage warning goes away. So, tipper control. There we go. So the rotation is now completely independent. Yeah, the tipper vertical is there, and the other shoulder does the rotation. Oh, that's going to be nice. It's the little things sometimes. Live free and fart hard. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. That's the new meme. You're supposed to go to work and fart on people, which is really bad news for certain people I live with, since this is where I also work. That one was for you, Nico. I knew you'd like that. Oop. Let's get backed up. Let me zoom the camera out a little bit.
Toot toot, there's sand in the boot.
Toot toot, sand in the boot. Oh, there is! Assuming that this was an English vehicle. We are in... Where are we? It tells you somewhere. Oh, maybe it's back in this one. We're finally not in weirdest remote Eastern Europe or North Africa. This might be somewhere Scandinavian. The only places I can think of offhand with geysers would be Yellowstone and New Zealand, so I guess we've made up an extra place. Let's go. Who cares? No, crap. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. That's okay. You know what? You think about what it is that I have done. Yeah, you honk at me. You honk away. Stupid jerk truck. man, look how well that worked. Wow. We're literally in a sand quarry, so I can refill anywhere and anytime. Yeah, I knew you'd give up, punk. That's a different truck going a different way. I parked over here. Yeah, there's my sander flattener. Dry stone. Ooh, the high-vis tape and this hat are both keeping in the body temp here. I'm starting to cook a little bit. That's what I do for my art, though. Oh man, my hair has started getting long again. It's at that fun stage where I got the Doc Brown happening. It just kind of, it does it very shortly, but it does it in every conceivable direction all at the same time. And it doesn't matter early, late, oily, wet, dry, none of that. All of them, they just go wherever they go. So we need to take some sandpaper to the old noggin. Just hasn't happened yet. Put it on the list with everything else. I know Master Jedi also wants a little bit of a trim. I don't think she's quite ready for her henna coloring yet, but I'm a pro at that. I've only gotten a stain on the carpet under the table once, and the tablecloth once, and the chair once, and one of my shirts once. I'm really good about just screwing things up one time. And I don't want to claim that I learned from my mistakes. On my resume, that's what I'm going to say, but we all know that's not really the case. I think I just got lucky most of the time. At this point, we may as well just go ahead and kind of sand the rest of the way. It's not far from this one. And now that I don't have to worry about the bed tipping like crazy on me, actually it's a lot easier to do that nice, gentle tip up so that I get a lot farther distance out of a load of sand. Once again, I will apologize for doing this literally right next to the microphone with the old clickety-clack controller. They port this to Switch too, man. I'm moving over there with that silky smooth Pro controller too. Oh man, that thing is gorgeous. There's something that they're about to publish for Switch 2, but there will be no upgrade path if you've got the Switch 1 version. Okay, actually, there's a few things going on. Wait a minute. Am I going into that truck shack right there? I think I am. I should double check that, shouldn't I? Yeah, I am. Okay, hang on. Nope. Oh god, did I just dispatched the truck again. Okay, fine. He's gonna choke to death on all that sand, but whatever he likes. Doesn't want me to pour sand there, and that's okay. Just because you asked me to doesn't mean I actually have to, I suppose. Let's run back over here and go. Oh, hey. Oh, that's right. I did flatten it to this point, didn't I? Honk, honk. Okay, I got it. Stop honking at me. Don't bully me. Are you driving that truck? God damn it, Nico. You know I can't turn when you do this to me. You know I can't... No, Nico. Nico. Stay in your lane, buddy. Actually, you know what? I had him drive over there to try to stay out of the mud. I don't think I allowed for the light pole. Yeah. So. Guess who's waiting now? Yeah, you keep honking. You honk like I'm the problem. I want to feel like this used to be faster. This is really slow sland fattening. I think that's what it is. I got time to kill. I want everyone to know that I have purchased the box set of Land of the Lost. Talk about the nostalgia fields for the old man over here. There were a lot of TV shows in the 70s and the 80s that were the best television ever invented. That if you try to watch them now, make your soul bleed. I'm looking at you, Dukes of Hazzard. But Land of the Lost is still incredible. I love that series then. I still love the series now. It has just the right amount of cheese factor. It reminds you that it originated in the 70s, but it doesn't feel painful. Dukes of Hazzard. Or ultra racist. Dukes of Hazzard. It's a little. For the time, it's actually not super sexist, which is a little surprising. But Holly actually isn't totally disrespected by her father and brother, like, you know, a modern TV show would probably do at this point. She got talent and skills. So that's how I spent a big chunk of last night. I got really sick to my stomach during the day, so I actually canceled Pathfinder. And then watched a bunch of 50-year-old TV show. The first season, I guess, is 50 years old. I don't remember exactly when I saw that, but apparently it only ran from 3 seasons from 74, 75, and 76, but then it ran in Saturday morning syndication into the early 80s. I don't remember when. I remember watching it with my sisters. So I'm thinking we probably didn't really get into it until 80 to 82, somewhere in that range, probably. I don't know. I'm now super intrigued at how my life has panned out, I guess. Okay, let's see how we go. I know that these trucks still struggle even on flattened sand, but this one's at least moving. It's level enough. We might make it. As soon as it can build up a little momentum, we get that little engine that could thing happening. And then it should go. I don't know. We'll see. If I come back to overhead, was it just running one test though? That's okay with me if it does. It needs to get 4 more trucks through after this one to give me all of the XP on. Oh, hey, that looks like we're moving now. Yeah, okay. Now we've got momentum, which apparently gives us grip. Other thing, if I install this on the super duper laptop, there is a 4K texture pack available that they warn you, if you don't think your rig can do 4K, don't install this, because I think if you install it, you may not be able to turn it off. But if it goes on the laptop, yes, objective complete. I may do it just to see how pretty it could be, and then explicitly set the Steam Deck to not pull that one down. Oh my God, look how many broken pipes there are. Just because they're high pressure, super like boiling water pipes, I don't see why everything is falling apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 pipes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 pipes over 5 missions. That's, I guess, not actually too terrible. Some of those pipes are going to be in bad places, but okay. Oh, good. It's raining again. Oh, also, and it's possible you might be able to make out the little purple 5 right on the line over here next to my 605,000 fake dollars. That used to be a fuel canister icon, and they called it your fuel. But I think it was confusing people because when they introduce hard mode, you're actually going to have individual vehicle fuel. They've changed the icon so that it's the recycle, or in this case, recover logo. I don't know if they've changed the name to be something different yet, though. I think I think those only show up as part of your side missions, and I've only got 2 left, so I'm going to wait and see if they've changed the name everywhere. I've only got 1 open mission available. I guess that's the one I'm going to do next then. We need resources, 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 and there's already a truck involved that I drove someplace, so... 5 logs. I have 12 in storage. Concrete slabs. I got 75 concrete slabs. I'm guessing there must not be a concrete slab facility here. So I was awarded all of them for doing a side mission, I believe. And then I need 6 steel beams. I have none in storage, so let's go craft us 6 beams. And then I have the super advanced, originally 20th level field vehicle that would let you park right near that spot there, and then it behaves as a base. So you could take all of your materials out of storage, drive them 30 feet, and then drop them off where you need, so you don't have to drive the long distance. It's super awesome. They've now changed the requirement for that one, so it's much lower level, like 13th or 15th. It's something way lower than 20th. So I'm a little pissed that I had to wait until I think I was down to my last 2 or 3 missions on the second to last map before I unlocked it. It makes some of those stupid long drives way easier, I guess. So yeah, I'll just spawn it in at the countryside base, casually drive it over here, and Bob will then become my uncle. Oh, hey. Gotta call that one. Yeah. Ooh, ad break coming. Everyone hang on. How we doing on bingo? Let me check in real quick while I figure out what else I'm doing. Ooh, I hear a truck. Where am I down here? I'm down here currently. Oh my god. No, wait, that's not it. I made something up. Don't worry. I'm lying to myself, apparently. Although I think that means a delivery truck just managed to drop off in that building because I could hear it from this truck that I'm parked next to. No. Yes. That one... Nope, that's a pipes. I looked right at it and looked at the wrong thing. That's a connect electricity. I need the one that says operational. No, wait, where did that one not need to be repeated? What have I done here? Nope, there it is. That's what I'm looking at. Yes. Okay, good. So 1 did just deliver. 3 more to go. And once that's done, then everybody can be happy. Everyone wants to be happy, right? So there's... Ooh! That one has 2 just waiting to be scuppered up. And that's real close to here. And where is the truck? This truck can carry them. Okay. So here's a good start. What have I done? Bare minimum. That is my life motto. I've driven 4 trucks into the geysers to see what happens. Spoiler alert, they sink to the very deep bottom, and you have to recover them if you wish to ever use them again. I gotta find 6 more and get an achievement. Live for achievements. So let's go pick up those 2 steel beams, because we know we're gonna need those. And I think there are 2 steel beam facilities here. That's a lot of thinking. That's what I think. What do I need? I need 6. See, the other alternative is just look for some metal scrap around this facility. Create 4 more of them. And then I'll have my 6. And then we're off to the races because I have all of the other resources ready to go. You just got to drop them all off. And then Northlock Village will be happy-pappy. Also, if you want me to tell you what I managed to complete today that no one else could get done, 3 other teams had backlog stories to get this problem fixed, and every single one of them had given up. I can tell you all of the disgusting details about it, but I'm going to try not to. I should have a just chatting stream where all I do is talk about non-IP specific work nonsense that I have had gone on. That's what I'm going to call it. It's probably the best the best alternative name that I've got. But it's all about source control and case sensitivity. And if you know, you know. Okay. I'm just driving, but I'm not sure where. Oh, okay. Turn hard right here, down the hill. Apparently, this is a steel mine, and so we've been bringing stuff up from here. Are any of you? Oh, there's a big blue thing. We like big blue things. Come with me, big steel blue thing. Bringing you home to my private zoo. I'm going to start handing out some quotes here. What do we... ooh, we're up to 3. We're up to 3. 3 steel beams! Ah, 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 ah. All right. Oh, there's a forklift worth $5,000, but it's not worth any metal. We're just gonna... Nope, don't focus on that. That one's yellow, so that one has to be taken someplace else and just sold for cash. That's a very suspicious looking partial crate. I bet I have to deliver that somewhere later on. Yeah, these aren't going to be worth a whole lot. Where aren't you actually connecting? Okay, it was just being difficult with me. These aren't going to be worth much, but kind of anything we can get will be a thing. That was enough to get to 4. There's another one of them little dudes back here. Where's the cycle? Wait, where's cycle targets? Cycle target, there it is, X, okay. Oh, okay, I wasn't quite in range, so it didn't give me the prompt because it didn't think there was anything to cycle to at the time. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I played this. And nope, you're a yellow. We need a glowing blue, but not a concrete glowing blue. What about any of you over here? Any of you want to be recycled? No, not you, yellow. There's another $5,000 of forklifts. Here's a little something something. Source control system is case sensitive for Windows. Oh, it goes so much farther than that. The conflict in question was Windows, Linux, Mac/Unix, Git, and GitHub. 5 ever so slightly different interpretations of how to resolve case sensitivity, and hilarity ensued. And yeah, it's been a known issue for at least a year at this point, but it finally caused me a personal problem today. So I decided, okay, screw it. I'm stealing your work stories, and I'm just gonna make a thing. I'm just gonna make it work. I'm just gonna do it. We lost a little bit of history, and I will only tell you that I'm thinking of one of the fingers on my hand as to how much I cared about that in particular. Okay. It was given appropriate consideration. Management agreed that it was a worthwhile exchange. There are 3 of us on my sub-team. One of us is on vacation right now, so the other 2 of us... Well, one of us did the change, and then the other one of us did a crap ton of testing to make sure that the first one of us didn't just screw everything up. Because one of us is willing to acknowledge that we probably would have if given the chance. But instead we were awesome. Actually managed to maintain the last 5 months worth of history on it. We lost older stuff. The problem definitely existed prior to 5 months ago, but we think what happened is 5 months ago the problem became exacerbated. It was basically keeping double copies of a lot of stuff, and 5 months ago it missed double copying something. And so depending on a lot of things, you may or may not have a problem. And this morning, all I did was update 6 steel beams. We're in business. I had a problem, and I managed to get it fixed. And I decided I didn't want to have the problem again, so I fixed it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6 steel beams. Okay, it got a little tired, but we got it all cut up. Oh, that is not going to work. That is going to load a steel beam square under my butt, and then it is never going to come back out. See, it's trying super hard right there. I gotta work it. Work it. I think that may have been worked. Nope, there it is. Okay, we got it out from under our butt. You gotta watch out for butt steel. It'll get you nearly every time. Also, please pull the camera back. I don't need to see its nose hairs. That's far enough. Nope. I want that one. Give me that one. That worked the way we wanted it to. The Bardic Cone is here! Welcome, Bardic. See, if you had an idea for walk-up music, you can get that too. And unlike that heathen Dan Servo, who goes the freebie route... Oh, damn it, I just loaded it right under my butt again. I have got the smooth rock ballad instead of the smooth jazz. That way you get just a little bit of everything around here between the two of us streaming. Overshot. We are going to pull you up over here. You are here. I am... actually, I just finished doing a very light crafting on a road that I had gotten started June 27th, I think was the last time or maybe the 28th, because I think that road I'd gotten started on Thursday instead of Wednesday. Will you just oh, nice. It went ahead and strapped. It didn't care that I did a terrible job of loading that in the bed. It was willing to humor me, and I deeply appreciate that. P.S. Where the hell am I supposed to go with this? If I come back out of here, that's not a good way to go. See, here's one of the geysers that I threw myself into. It was kind of fun. So I got to come back out. We got to work through. I got to come all the way back around to this, and then I meet the road that I finished crafting, and we take that all the way to that junction. We take the muddy over to this one where all I had to do is clean up the rocks. I built that bridge. And nope, I've lost track. Where the hell's... Oh, okay, I'm taking it over here. Oh, okay, I do want to take the new road that I built then. I want to aim for where I've got the... I think that's my paver. Okay. Oh, conveniently, that's not a terribly long drive. I think I can do that. I think I can do that without complaining too much about the drive. I vote that hello counts as both a bad joke and mispronouncing someone's name. Ooh. I'm going to give you the mispronunciation because that is technically accurate. To be a bad joke, it really needs to kind of be something that I came up with. The whole Bardicone thing, that was That was somebody else. Am I going to end up rolling my truck because I'm not looking at where I'm going? I'm looking at bingo instead. And why is this hole so deep? Okay, let me get that one marked. Yeah, bad joke. You're going to have to be on your own for a little bit here. Yeah, getting both was going to be a tough call. Let me throw these out, see if that'll lift me up a little bit. Okay, that helped a little. There we go. Do I still have? No, okay. Okay, there's part of my problems. The four-wheel drive became disengaged. That doesn't help. It's hiding behind a stack of books for me right now. Master Jedi's got a big old pile of books with an iPad sitting on top of them, so it's blocking off my accessibility to those two controls down in the corner. Oh, God. I wasn't going that fast, officer. I could use a helicopter. That would be a big help in this game. In this map in particular. Just chopper these beams around. I know, stupid books. Master Jedi bought me a book while we were in Canada, and then we smuggled it across the border along with our hot sauce. No, I declared the hot sauce. We smuggled it along with the bag of cherries and the coffee. And I haven't gotten to read it yet because I've been so busy. I'm sick to my stomach. I'm doing too much. Took a break from Pathfinder. Well, I had to take a break from Pathfinder last night because I was worried that I might flow up. Luckily, I didn't, but I definitely needed the break anyway, so it was worth doing. And as it turns out, Fantasy Grounds servers were choking on their own tongues all night long, so I don't think we wouldn't have managed to get to play unless I went through a bunch of manual IP configuration, and most of my players are pretty much Luddites. So I'm worried about how that would have worked. So it panned out to take last night off. And I was going to read, but I was just so run down that I watched Land of the Lost instead. It was totally worth it. So maybe tonight I'm actually going to read a book. But it's still a stupid book. Can I even read Canadian? You go from right to left, right? I think that's how that one works. I cannot read French Canadian. I can't even sound it out. I can't even spell it because I don't know what some of the letters are named. I took German. If French had umlauts, we'd be set. Or an S set, it'd be good. Oh, nope, I cut that too tight. I'm risking a roll. I'm fine. I like that their notion was you just push all those big rocks out of the way and you've got all those logs kind of building a road over there. You could just do that, but it was easier just to put sand across the middle right here. If I needed a passing lane, I could activate that, but the rest of this is just so single lane the whole way. It's not worth the effort. Eventually, we're going to have a head-on crash right here. There's going to be a lot of dead people, and it's going to make the news. It's really going to sully the name of my corporation for at least 3 days, and then we're going to shut down the one that we've already earned all the money we can off of, and just let the other one run. Because capitalism. Also, I don't need to read Canadian because I got that maple coffee, baby. We're going to have that prepped up for tomorrow. Is tomorrow Thursday? Oh, I was supposed to have a 7 a.m. meeting yesterday. At 6:54, it got postponed to today. So I had a 7 a.m. meeting today. And then we have a regularly scheduled 7 a.m. meeting tomorrow, too. So I'm getting up early like always. It didn't really make that much of a difference. Normally it wouldn't. It would be a 7:30 anyway, so I'm just bitter that I've got my alarm set 20 minutes earlier. To start 30 minutes earlier. I'm getting up 20 minutes earlier. And I really wish I could sleep more because apparently I'm tired and I need it. Sea of Saturdays is looking like it should go on at, oh god, I cut it too short again. Okay, it's fine. Sea of Saturdays should go on as intentionally scheduled. I don't want to call it as normal because I have no such thing. But my 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific time, raiding into our good buddy Dan Servo at the end is how it should end up playing out. All fingers crossed. We have a few things we need to do in the morning, but I think those start at 10. Come on, there we go. Okay, it registers all 6. What is the easiest way to get the other stuff over here? There are a couple options. I think what I'm going to go with is I will go ahead and use the mule, which means I need to dump these all in the parking lot out here. They'll stay there. The owner of the place will keep an eye on them. These legally count as having been distributed to him, so he can't complain. Nope, I don't want that one. I want the next one in line. Oh, nope. I accidentally strapped them all back in. That didn't help. You can't winch them out when they're strapped. There we go. Let's get this one out. As it turns out, after all of the lamentations about the mobile base that I could just drive right over here and make this a super short trip to get the others delivered, the actual base is just a couple of blocks away. So it saves me almost nothing to bother with that mobile base. And because trucks had been involved in this path eventually, I had to pave it, because those big trucks are stupid. So, we'll just take a little tour of town. See, this town has all kinds of recyclable metal just lying around. Oh, for their sake, they don't have any copper lying around, because 50% additional tariffs is going to make that stuff so expensive that copper theft is going to spike. Like it wasn't bad enough already. Better. I need to go put a lock on my my AC unit outside. I need this. I need this one here. I only need 2 concrete slabs, and I got 75. That's probably not going to be a real problem. Sorry about that. Let's go line you up over here. I have a feeling that's going to get butt caught, so let's pull this up over here. Yeah, that tire does a good job of keeping it secret, keeping it safe. I'm not going far. Will it strap that? Okay, yep. If it straps that, that's good enough for me. I don't have to be hyper anal. Will that work? No, okay, that one was asking a little too much of it. That was not gonna set well. Let that one go. That one's fine. Into my bracers. Outriggers. I think they call them outriggers. I don't know, whatever. My anchors. I think they actually call them my anchors. Whatever they are, I got them put away so I can actually drive now. That is not a secure tie down, but needs must sometimes. Plus, how exciting might it be to actually complete at least one mission on stream today? This is an adorable little town. Wait, this is actually where I want to be. I'm already here. Some sort of crazy speed demon. I'm gonna try to take a break from clickety-clacking right in the microphone. Terrible host. those over there. We close up shop. Take off the brake. All the green check marks stay. So now we need to go find logs. I think I saw on someone's stream that I was watching that you can actually pick up the logs with this crane, something you cannot do in SnowRunner. And since this game is all about just kind of balancing whatever load you've got and then hoping it'll strap down, and it actually works a lot of the time, I think it just lets you slap them logs around however you like. You don't have to go get a logging vehicle. It's convenient if you want to do a lot of logs, like the 45 plus trees that I had to butcher on a previous map in order to complete all of its wanton desires. But I think for 5 here, we can just do this. Much like the cement slabs, I don't think there is a source for trees on this map. So some friends, as part of a side mission, brought me 27, I think, trees. So I'm starting to run low on trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please try not to click the A button any extra. I don't want more of these spat out. If I can at all avoid it. I'm driving on top of one. But, okay. First level of confirmation. I can latch onto those logs. Oh, that's not the control I wanted. I meant to do this one. These are no doubt quite a bit longer than the bed that I've got, but the tie down does seem to be pretty happy a lot of the time if you're just close. Oh, no, not the one I wanted. I want this one. No. Oh, how about that? Ooh! If I get it pulled up toward the front of the bed, it looks like it actually will strap down. Just so they don't go flying out while I'm in transit. We're going to be a little extra methodical with these. Just because this is the kind of scenario that would find no end in fun of screwing me up partway through, and then I gotta redo a ton of stuff. So I'm gonna try to not suck on the first pass. Obviously, no promises. I want you to come a little farther back. How about right there? That looks good. There is a moderate chance I may actually finish this map before next Wednesday. If that is the case, we've got Expeditions Season 3 set in Transylvania, ready to go. I guarantee you there will be vampires involved somehow in this game. I don't know how, I didn't want to spoil it for myself, but it's in Transylvania. There's literally no other option. So that would be what we move on to next. If this takes longer to get through than I had expected, because this is a long, pretty serious map, then I will come back to this next week. I highly doubt that there will be another 2 streams of current content in this for me. But the Rebuild DLC, part of the buy it early kind of Season 1 expansion pass with the initial release, that is supposed to be out in September now, I believe, is their assessment. So we will be back to RoadCrafting in a couple of months. But Expedition Season 3 is ready to roll. I've got it pulled down on the Switch too. ready to give it its paces. And then Season 16 of SnowRunner is on the test server. So in theory, that's somewhere in the 4 to 8 week range before it is ready to go, which, conveniently enough, is probably about the amount of time it will take to get through expeditions. I have it pulled down on the Switch too. I verified that the mid-season 15 patch that they put out actually appears to have fixed the delete my stupid trucks bug that it had on the Switch build. It did do it on the Switch 2 prior to that. It does not now. I haven't tested it on the Switch 1 because honestly, if it works on the Switch 2, I guess I don't care if it works on Switch 1 anymore. But I have a ton of SnowRunner Wednesday content all queuing itself up. So this stream should remain good to go. Why do you only see 2? Maybe I have to be farther. I can't. Why am I not? Oh, because I got the brake on, so I'm not moving. There it is, all 5. Got him. They got the. So what did it actually do?
The guys at Northlock should just move to a different place. Judging by the number of problems they have, they must have built their village on some ancient burial grounds or
Poltergeist.
something. Now it's water that's giving them trouble. Of 2 kinds, no less. On one hand, their water supply is out.
God damn it,
So you'll need to
Northlock.
check if the local pump station is still in the same reality as us. On the other, the village is in constant danger of being flooded. So they've been relying on a concrete pier. Won't even ask you to guess what was damaged by the quake and who was asked to fix it. You'll need quite a few concrete slabs
Oh,
to
you're
do
right,
it.
Kelly.
And luckily, there's a convoy carrying them at the eastern tunnel. It needs a route to deliver those to the nearest warehouse, though. So you'll need to take care of that. Oh, and get some eggs and sugar. I'm joking. Unfortunately, I'll have to get those.
No, I'm not joking. Get those for me. She'll make like scones or something. I'll do it, Kelly. I've already got 73 stupid things of concrete. I don't need any more. Or I wonder if maybe that was a different path and I've already gotten credit for it. Find the spring pump station. Strengthen the pier. Do I have any side objectives? No current side objectives. So what does this want? Deliver object. Oh, okay. Not the concrete slabs that I have in storage, but the dockside planks. Oh, concrete. Okay, well that's cool. I can break out the heavy cargo Zix, drop them all over on that, and I can make it in with a single drive. So that was a good one. We're gonna queue that up. Is this just drive it? I've already been there. I had to deliver one thing to this station up here and one thing to this station over here. So I've already been to this. Oh, cool. Screw it. Since this truck is real close, we're just gonna do this one real fast, like. No, I need a louder horn than that. There you go. Wait, one other thing I want to check on. Okay, we can cut across there. Does that? Oh, wait, does this actually? It actually does go. For some reason, I want to say I went like straight out that way, and it was a mess trying to get my truck across. All I actually had to do was just this right here the whole time. This is KDP's fault. She could have warned me that there was something way easier that I could have done. Though, to be fair, there's a lot of stuff in this game that it turns out there are easy ways and hard ways, and it doesn't just jump out and tell you which is which. And if you figure out the easy way on your own, you know, you've just saved yourself a ton of extra time. But it can be fun either way. Well, obviously, I'm going to need to get this hole patched up because I see another yellow door. That means we're going to have a convoy of something that wants to go over here someday. But that day is not today, so we'll patch that up later. Hey, yellow door. Bye, yellow door. Hey, fence. Bye, fence. Oh, this is a little more of a challenge here. Hang on, let me make sure I can do this with some modicum of safety. Oh, there's a crossing right there. Okay. Oh, and then that's the road I actually want to follow. This one should take me right on up there. Yeah, it connects this way. Bloppity bloppity, and then when I have an opportunity to turn, just don't. I could do this faster in pretty much any scout vehicle, but this should at least have the four-wheel drive we need to make it, period. And less likelihood of high centering myself as compared to one of my tracked vehicles. And those things hang up on the slightest rock. They had soft turtle underbellies. They wouldn't get caught quite as much. I've never been a total asshole to a turtle, so to be fair, I guess I don't really know just how soft a turtle underbelly really is. I'm assuming it's not hard like the top shell. I would hope that it's not easily puncturable, because turtles are going to last a lot longer if they are a little more difficult to eat. But I've never even had mock turtle soup. I've eaten rattlesnakes, I've eaten rabbits. I've eaten chickens. I've eaten a lot of chickens. Ooh, hey, those two saves were definitely less than 10 minutes apart. This is a little scary over here. This is a super narrow road. I probably should be really careful over here. And I remember saying to myself, when I have the opportunity to turn, just don't. So I'm thinking that was it. Ooh, hey, lighthouse, pretty. The light actually works on it. Oh, that's even cooler. This is a really difficult road. After all of my talk about the tracked vehicles getting high-centered, I think this one's decided to try doing it too, but no, we forced it through. Get on down there. Nailed it. Ooh, hey, that's actually all it wanted.
Looking at this place, I must say I was hoping for better. On the other hand, I was expecting worse. So, it balances out in the end. Just a few patches should get it going again. Does a whole new backup generator count as a patch? Let's just say it does. Bring one from the logistics terminal along with some materials from the warehouse. As for literal patches, you'll need to replace the broken pipes in the pipeline supplying the village. And also find a replacement valve and install it. It's a lot of stuff to do, I know. But this should take care of all the water supply problems Northlock is having.
Make it even easier to flood themselves faster. So there is a box that we want. Opposite direction, there's a box over there that we want. Direction, oh no, that's the same as the other one. So there's two items over here. Can I actually see what they are from this view? Not really. Generator, a box of repair materials, and I think then the third one, or is this the one that has the... That's the one that's got to be the valve control. Ooh, hey, if we go straight to tracking that one, we can jump into our big green machine, and I think that green thing right there is what I want. Oh, nope. It was giving me the hourglass icon saying you need to search here for a thing. The green thing looks really interesting down there, but... Oh, right over here, there's a slightly rusty valve. I bet that's what they want. That's probably what they want, right? Who doesn't love a bit of rust? They're supposed to have changed up some of these controls. Some of the crane controls, but I don't know... Wait, where's my rotation? Ooh, I actually have access to an object scanner. Oh, it's the other one right over there. How do I make it go out? Boom forward. There we go. Oh, okay, that's forward and backward. It's down. Let me see if I can drag that bigger piece out of the way. This is the big piece I want out of the way. You right there. I'm gonna come back out here. Nope, wrong one. Nope, wrong one. Oh, okay. I have to hold the thumbstick left or right and hold it there for a beat before it actually starts to rotate. I only want one. But I'll take two if you're going to force the issue. Of course it held on to the wrong one. There's a good grab. Ain't no one gonna complain about that one. Ain't no one better complain about that one. This. Bloop. We're just gonna drop that off right there. It's outside of the front gates, so no one should complain. They probably will. Bunch of jerks. And that one does need to go up to the top level pipe. Where, how, whom? If I go back to, oh, also, what else does that really want? Deliver the object, and it wants you to repair one pipe along the way somewhere. There it is. Oh yeah, that's going to be one of those that's a booger to get to. That's going to require a little bit of that four-wheeling feeling to get to that bad boy. So what I want to do... Where do my pipes live? You got pipes? You're a steel pipes facility. Where is my closest... Where's my closest active base? Well, maybe Northlog... maybe the Northlog Village is the closest base. I recover there. I go pick up the... I already forgot what I call it. The valve. I go pick up the valve. Pick up the valve on the way back. I'm going to go grab a pipe. I just want the one pipe. Not going to worry about too much right now. I'm not going to get too fancy. I want the one pipe. Pick up the valve on the way back because I should be able to get both of those in the bed. And then do this really scary drive again. That's where I had the opportunity to turn. Maybe if I turn there, maybe is that how I get to... Is that how I get to this? I better come out along this line here. I've been to that before. That comes up here. I came up from all the way over here, I think. Yeah, via that. So if I come up here, and then I turn up here, and then I hope for the best over there. So I'll probably deliver the valve over there first. Okay, I got a plan. I've got a plan. That is that the... No, that's not the harbor base. It's countryside base. Yeah, that's where I'm going to go. I still have very little of the magic teleport around the map fuel. I've only got 5 of those left. Most of those other maps, I've completed the map level with 20 some left. So I've started trying to use them to move my road crafting trucks around as much as possible because they are super slow to do manually. Or you load them up on the heavy transport Zix and scoot them around that way, but then you got all kinds of loading and unloading to go on. Oop, that one, it's a bad horn, but it's also really quiet, so that's sad. Give you access to a better horn there. Fortunately, at this point, this particular route is pretty well maintained, except for this one spot right here where I dumped a bunch of sand. I really need to hit that with the sand flattener at some point, just because it makes it weirdly difficult to crawl over it. In the meantime, there is my valve right over there. Hey, good looking. I'll be back for you later. Speaking of 70s TV. Ooh, ad break in progress. Anyone who's not sub, don't listen to this for a while. Hey, there goes my alt account. I'm paying myself 2/3 of a cent right now by watching commercials. I think that's for Trivago. Hashtag technically sponsored. Oh, by the way, Master Jedi just came down, did something in the kitchen, and then turned around and left. I totally forgot to have her grab that bag of coffee to see who the manufacturer was, or the brand name, or anything really. I remember it had a maple leaf on it, and it's maple flavored, and that I think the name of the business we bought it from is Murchie's, and that's all I got. I had to cough so hard I crashed into a wall. Oh, someone's driving behind me. There it goes. That's the recycle, so this is where I pick up. I need a pipe, please. Thank you. See you right there. It comes. Welcome in, Octane and Octane Raiders. I am totally getting my crafty on today. It's been weeks since I remembered to play this last, or have had the opportunity. Is it not? Is it not going to let me? There it goes. You rated just as the ad. Actually, the ads. Oh, yeah, it's doing the keep the pre-roll ad away stuff. Mine just ended on my alt account that I monitored the stream on, so perfect timing. Congratulations. Welcome in once more. We are driving around. I honestly don't remember where this is. I want to say it's Canada just because I love Canada, but I don't really remember.
Greetings, program!
It's different than all of the other maps, though. Greetings, program. I gotta fix a pipe because this stupid little town in the corner of the map just has one problem after another that they can't solve for themselves. Oh, more Rocket League today. Nice. I think I pontificated on that last time. That's one that I actually really like to watch. I don't really have a problem playing it, except that anytime you really start playing, and especially if you get matched up with randos, everyone else who plays is really good at it. And if I played long enough, I could get better at it. But I don't, so I'm not. So it's kind of discouraging to play, but I love watching it. I gotta go pick up this little lightsaber over here. Oh, I turned off the lightsaber now that I'm close enough. 3+ hour stream, Fortnite, and then Rocket League. That does make a good combo. Let's undo those straps. Apparently I put one of my outriggers on top of the cab of an old tractor, but that way it at least forced that pipe to roll to one side or the other, so that's out of the way now. Let's see about loading this bad boy up here. And then we got to go mountain climbing with this little collection. That's going to be scary with this rig. It wrapped up though. Nice. Yeah, Generally, I only stream twice a week, and it's a different game each day. But SnowRunner Wednesday, I'm rotating through RoadCraft, SnowRunner, and Expeditions. Expeditions Season 3 just released. That's probably what will be on stream next week, unless I do not get this map finished during the week off stream. It might happen, it might not. And Season 16 of SnowRunner just went to the test server, so it's between 4 and 8 weeks out from its release. So yeah, I got a lot of rotation going on Wednesdays. And I think this Saturday's Sea of Saturdays might actually finish the Sea of Stars DLC pack. I think I now hit the save book right outside what might be the final fight. But I also have the benefit of not knowing if that's the case. But yeah, Saturday definitely sees some rotation. Although once I'm done with that, I'm going back to Ease X Nordics. That's the other game coming out I was trying to think of before. They are doing... It's already kind of a remaster. It's an enhanced version of Ease 10. Ease 10 Proud Nordics, I think is what they're calling it. It is Ease 10, but with a bunch of extra content mixed in, and they are doing a Switch 2 enhanced version of it, but there is no upgrade path from Ease X to Ease X Plus, or whatever they're calling it, and there is no upgrade path from the Switch 1 version to the Switch 2 version. You have to buy everything in there independently if you actually want it all, which is a little frustrating. I don't mind paying the extra $20 to get the Switch 2 upgrade on an older Switch 1 game when they've added new Switch 2 specific content to it, like Kirby and Mario Party. I'm perfectly cool with that, but I don't know if I want to pay $60 or $70 all over again for Ease 10 to get some new content, and 120 FPS on the game. Holy crap, they're going all out with it. Try and stream 2 or 3 times a week. The content is fixed. But, oh yeah, between those two. The odd stream of stuff and anything. I want to say there was a brief period where you were doing something else, but I can't remember what I do, much less what anybody else does. But yeah, if you've got a game that works, that's really kind of how you can go about getting, a good user base. For me, I'm just stealing a bunch of people from Dan Servo, really, and Urgent Sandwich. And then when I play games like this, RoadCraft usually pulls in a little bit of a RoadCraft crowd. SnowRunner definitely brings in a SnowRunner crowd. Expeditions is in a weird gray area. People like Expeditions, people hate Expeditions. There's not much in between on that one. So Expedition streams usually tend to not do quite as well, but also I'm very clearly not doing this for survivability reasons. This is me kind of being semi-social and venting during the day, which is nice. Yeah. Oh, actually, I have seen I've seen Not a Lone Jedi before, which works. There are actually a couple of other Jedi now that I follow on Twitch, and we'll poke each other's buttons every once in a while. This is really probably not the way I really want to go with this, but here we are. Nope, don't, nope. Nope, still nope. I haven't fallen off yet, but also nope. Oh, how the hell did that stay upright? Oh well, we're not going to ask questions. We're just going to go for it. So now the pipe, I want to take off up that little mini gorge right there, but the valve, I got to deliver to the little glowing blue spot right over there. So we're going to do this one first. It's going to reduce the weight in the truck, which will hopefully make coming back over these rocks a little less strenuous. Can I just plow? I want to just plow over the middle. Oh, I honestly didn't think it was going to work. I thought, oh, no, don't go throwing yourself off the edge. I thought for sure that was going to high center, but this little mule can go. Not super fast, not super reliably, but it'll go. Did I deliver it to the wrong area? It's just... Oh my god, I did. I overshot. It needs to go right there. And then the pipe that needs to be... You need to deliver the new generator over here. Well... That's so like me. Nope, nope. That is my soundtrack when this game really gets cranked up. And it works too. If you tell it no enough, it'll listen. It'll back off. So I need to be up on top of this little hill here. Okay, so luckily, you don't have to worry about fuel in this game until they add hard mode. Which I think is why they renamed the purple icon fuel system. It's probably named something different now, so that you don't confuse the two. But they haven't added hard mode yet. I don't think that's coming until they do the rebuild DLC in September. I can't quite see how bad the rocks are here. Oh, those are pretty bad. We have to go around. It's just one little rock. Don't worry. Just drive right over it. There you go. I'm a little unclear on just what the rocks look like over here. So I think I've apparently tried to drive up on top of a really tall one or something, and I'm getting stuck, but putting the camera where it would really help show off what I'm stuck on then ends up getting stuck on those others. Okay, now there's a good look. Yep, there's definitely a thing right there. I think I'm trying to pull my way off. Oops, somebody came loose. Just bump it just a little bit. It'll go right over the top. Perfect. Couldn't ask for more. Nope, that's not. Nope, that is not how we wanted this to go. We're gonna deploy the crutch a little bit. There we go. Push us upward. Because I'm in this little gap, I can't put the camera where I really want it to be. In order to... I need to be able to see what's alongside me and what's underneath me in a couple of other directions at once. And it keeps forcing me into these high views where I can't see the under at all. If I get up under, then it starts to clip on other things. That's too close. That might work. Turn it hard. Use the boom here to give us a little push. Right there. Yeah, there we go. Nope. Crane Ninja, Crane Ninja. The engine hasn't died yet. There we go. There we go. Push, push, push. Boom. Saved it. I love that the RoadCraft community gave that a name. Crane Ninja. We're just going to keep that ballast thrown off to the side there. I'm going to need to go a little farther out to the left here first. Doesn't want to climb up that rock. I do still have four-wheel drive engaged. This is what made the hard demo map the hard one, is it featured some of this terrain to get to some of these features here. I want you to do this first. And then uppies. you in some. And then we're going to pivot. I don't think I'm quite too close, but it's close. Oh, perfect. Bam. 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 Nailed it. Okay. Part 1 done. Deliver object. Now we got to go replace the pipe, which is somewhere over here. Oh, down there. Ooh, okay, that's a little bit farther out than I thought. So that's going to be over there. I can just barely see it. Right there next to the S on the compass. That's where we're going to head next. Oh, God. No, I need a better horn. That works. I had primarily been driving the little tracked scout vehicles around here that have a much lower center of gravity. They would get high centered on some of these rocks a little more frequently, but they definitely had an easier time climbing over the ones that they were willing to climb over. Okay, I can see the red. I think what I want to do is come up here rather than taking off through that rock bed right down there. Is drive up this way. Stay nice and close to this cliff face. Yeah, this is what we kind of somehow want and hope might work. I am up close and personal. Pop the old one out. That's what we want. We want it to stay blue. Nope, I gotta rotate and throw. Yeah. My bumper is just barely not overlapping my delivery zone. As long as it stays blue, we're in good shape. We're on the verge of done when it turns green. If it goes red, we got trouble. Since it's not actually three-dimensional, it's a little hard to tell. Nailed it! Pipes have been replaced. And I think rather than driving back down from here, I'm just going to recover because it'll be way faster. Although, I can just yeet it down the mountain and then recover. Okay. Oh, while we are here, let's go see how these are all doing. So the route that I completed at the beginning of stream has now delivered all of its deliveries. Warehouse to the archaeologist's camp. So I've gained maximum benefit and weirdly, no head-on collisions yet. It's a fun change of pace. No roads currently needing to be built. There is this one that wants electricity, but the main power substation isn't running yet. So I can't actually get the electricity active. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're down to 4 replace pipes missions. We did the only one that was a single pipe. All the others are doubles. But that's okay. That one's got to have a mission related to getting the electric back online. And that probably is going to mandate that I finish helping this stupid town with their stupid problems first. Because right now we're in phase 2 along the top, the transitory phase. Settling in, stockpiling, feeling at home, but only for a while. When it bumps over to phase 3, but that's where we'll start talking electricity. So strengthen the pier is delivering those 4 big panels. Recommission the pump. That's the stuff that actually needs to come up to here. All 3 pieces need to go up there. So that is a box right there. That is a box right there, and the other one looks like it's a box sitting right next to the said one. So that's those. That is at the warehouse. That one is at the logistics terminal. Those both want to come up to here. That warehouse is probably most easily accessible. Let me track that one first. If I start... You know what? Just because there might be a bingo square in it for everybody, we're going to go with the high hopes solution here. See if I can actually drive off this mountain. It'll be a little bit slower than if I recover to the little basin town and then drive my way over here, but I can actually get this to just go. I don't know that I can get across this mess though. This may be terminal here. I can't even drive into the canal, much less get across it, it looks like. Can I get out? Nope, okay. Well, it was a fun experiment. I thought I might have a shot at being able to do that. Countryside. So we'll just bounce to the other side of town here and resume operations. Let's go out to the warehouse first. I have a feeling that the two things that it needs there are probably going to be two smaller boxes that I can fit into the bed here, but that the generator itself is probably going to be slightly over half a bed worth. So I could probably kind of finagle two on with a little creative strapping, but I bet the three won't really go. So we're going to do this in two passes. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. He's coming right at us. That's why I had to pave this route. Okay, we survived. See, if this goes kind of well, and I'm able to make that hill climb 2 more times without tumbling off and ruining everything, that will probably be enough to wrap up today's stream. But it's going to take me a handful of minutes, and I'm right back to clickety-clack right in front of the microphone. What is wrong with me? Okay, there we go. I've moved a little off to the side. It shouldn't be quite as loud anymore. Trucks don't need to go this way, so I haven't bothered to sand this. There is one route that is deep, nasty swamp. It's even slower than this for me to get through. And somehow the AI trucks actually did it. So I haven't bothered to sand that route. And I probably should, because I'm sure I would benefit from it. What's wrong with me? I know, that could be an entire stream. Well, that's getting back to me starting up a just chatting session of streams. I can talk about supercomputer nerd stuff, and we can talk about everything that's wrong with me. I wouldn't even know where to start with that, so yeah, that would definitely have to be a call-in show. What do you got over here? Yeah, we got two wee boxes, and then someone's missing their treads. One thing that I can do is I have a mobile crane sitting over right next to where what I believe would be the generator is sitting. I could fire that bad boy up. If these two will fit side by side at the front end, and the other one's small enough to fit back there, maybe this could be doable in just a single hill climb. That would be pretty slick. Tighten those up. Cannot secure cargo. Why not? Ah, now you can. Don't lie to me. Wouldn't be the first time. I have a vehicle sitting right here, so I can actually get a good look at what that is. That's that big yeller feller. Such a dumb horn for such a cool truck. Spin it, spin it. We're gonna go pick this up the easy way. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. I was ready for that one. Let's straighten this out. Yeah, that should be good enough for now. Tally-ho! There's a truck that departs from this garage. Is it departing now? It picked this exact second that I'm finally moving. And it's going to honk at me, and it's going to crash into me, and it's ruining all of my fun. Okay, it's passed. The instant I start moving into its path, boom, here it comes. So, actually, that's the one that's going to take off through the deep, swampy muck. And luckily, every truck it sends is the reasonably capable six-wheel drive? Yeah, six-wheel drive version. It actually gets through the muddy swamp. Oh, okay, low gear is off. This is all we got. Yeah, I'm gonna drive this bad boy over there. Probably faster if I drove the little truck over here to meet it first, but Master Jedi's already home. I don't have to go to the train station, so I got time to burn. If I go a little bit longer than normal, there are a couple of streamer fins that usually start a little after I have to leave to run to the train station. I might actually manage to catch some of those today. Get a real live raid going on Wednesday. Why does it keep making it full screen? No, not quite a bingo over there yet. How am I doing on this one? Oh, no, I'm close. I'm close in a couple dimensions. Full disclosure, I'd kind of forgotten where the little truck was at the time. I'm not going to drive this all the way to the little truck, but I am going to drive it to where the big highway convoys turn off to head into the little town, since the little truck's going to need to come back through there anyway. Or at the very least, I'm going to get it up to the edge of the pavement. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna drive this a little farther. I don't get to drive this one terribly much. Take that up a little higher. Just, I feel like I can go faster if that's a little more out of the way. Also, I can now drive it like this. This is kind of fun. I can look around. Oh, look at that! The key even wiggles over there in the ignition. The joystick moves as I move the joystick. I should probably pay attention to this bridge. See my crate hanging up there. Oh, I got a CB. This mug's got everything in it. It's a little esoteric, but that was a little diehard right there. Oh, hey, and I only have to go this far. Boop. That is a crane, so this is the truck I want. Give me. No, I hit the wrong button again. Yep, I've been out of practice with this and been doing a lot more. Oh, why did that not get me? Why did that not let me enter? I've been doing a lot more with the Switch 2, so I'm getting all of my... Oh, wait, there was enter. Ah! I've been getting all my buttons backwards between these two controllers again. That's objective. Enter. Got it. First try on the third try? Maybe fourth? Stuck in low gear. Don't need to be there. Don't know whether I would want to balance that generator midships or aft. I've got a few moments till I drive over there to figure out how I want this to go. I guess I'm going to use the crane to see how well, in finger quotes, it will fit in the bed like this. If I can get all three to go in, then it actually does care about the weight distribution a little bit in this game. But if stuff's going to have to hang over, because it does care about weight distribution, I may want to put the Jenny up front and then have these two sitting in the back. Just to try to kind of keep us sort of centered. The more tries, kindas, and sort ofs I can get in there, the better. Because this isn't quite a good enough truck to not care. It needs to care a little bit. I'm going to leave you there, pointed downhill. This might actually fit in the back, okay. Oh, this might fit way better than I thought it was going to. And it might not. Oh, snug as a bug. How do I get the crane to fold back up? Oh, the crane won't. Oh, the crane won't fold up because there's a truck in there. Got it. That one. Okay, you are sitting in the middle of the highway, so why don't I try at least pulling you off a little to the edge here? Nope, that's the backup beeper. And then it was followed by the horn. I don't need either of those. Oh. Exactly what I wanted. So now I want to drive down that road. I gotta watch because there's guaranteed to be a truck coming. No? No truck? Okay. I was sure that it wished for my demise. All three of these pieces are going to the same spot, aren't they? Oh yeah, this is gonna work out good. Ask me how I know. If you tumble down off the side of a cliff 1,000 feet below, but you have all of your cargo strapped in, unlike SnowRunner, the cargo actually stays in the bed of your truck. So when you send somebody to rescue it, all you have to do is flip the truck back upright and all of its cargo is still snug as bug, snug as the aforementioned bug. So we've got that level of insurance policy at least. Once I fight through this over toward those yellow doors, I am going to check before I start mountain climbing to make sure that they're all going to the same place. I think the two boxes are going to a delivery zone and the generator has a delivery plot. So deliver object. I have the object. It wants to go right there. That one is the generator, so it wants to go in that forward spot. That one is a box that I have. It wants to go into the general zone. That one is a box that I have. It wants to go into the general Zod. See what I did there? So everybody's going roughly the same place, within a few feet of each other. I've made this a couple of times so far with this truck. Let's see if we can push our luck and do it one more. Oh, everything's coming up Millhouse. Except for the part where we're rolling backward with the gas down. KDP is here. You've been blamed for so many things so far. How's work? How's Nico's yard? How's pooping? What else have you got? We already know it's your fault. Yeah, Nico stood us up on his early morning coffee stream today. It's kind of fun yesterday.
Nico.
There, Nico's finally starting to aggravate TTS. I honestly meant to take you off of probation and let you have free reign on it again, and so far you haven't totally abused that, but I forgot to do it, so you're still paying the price.
God damn it, Nico.
There it is. Just get the goddamn it out of the way, and I think you just get text-only warnings.
GD Nico.
Yeah, Nico. Just push your way up there. They'll make room for you. If they're not willing to make room for you, then they weren't your friends in the first place. Okay, this is the nope, 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 nope zone, so everyone say it with me. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Okay, it's fine. You just need to pave the entire map to stop having to deal with. I don't know what it's stuck on. I guess there's a rock in the middle. It's catching the pumpkin as it comes through. Okay, that time we put a tire on it and went over. This is getting really churned up. I hope this is the last time I got to come up here, because I'll have to bring a sand truck up here to smooth things out if I need to do this one again. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Nico. 2 minutes? Yeah, actually, that might be about all it takes here to finish this one off. Because everybody wants to get delivered together right here. And as soon as I unstrap the 2 delivery boxes, should go green. There we go. Oh, hey, it actually even took the deliveries. It didn't care that I was still strapped. There we go. Put that down.
2 minutes, Nico.
Yeah, Nico. Nico knows that it's 2 minutes. Hey, are you streaming tonight, Nico, or you got more birthday plans? Same goes for you, Sandwich. Stream or birthday? Objective complete. Nico is on for tonight. Are you streaming right now, Nico? Because from a certain point of view, I'm kind of done here for today. Strengthen the pier. Oh, this is going to be a good. This one's mainly going to be just a crap ton of driving around. No one needs to see all that. It doesn't have to go terribly far. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the big yellow door that I keep seeing. So it wants to be reinforced right behind there. The drive to that isn't going to be bad. What would have been really helpful is that crane that I just drove away, I could have used right here to load those up. So maybe what I'll do is I'll go put the crane back, not brack, just back. Later tonight, almost dinner, frozen pizza time. What brand? What kind of frozen pizza you got? This can be important. This is how I'm going to judge you, because there are right and wrong answers. There are also intermediate. Yeah, okay, I'll accept that answers. But you're gonna need to define for yourself which one is which. Well, I'll define them for you, but you're gonna have to guess first. Drag this back. What did I actually want to do? I want to take a
Yay,
look.
frozen pizza.
I know, frozen pizza can be good. Frozen pizza can be terrible. A DiGiorno. A DiGiorno is a correct answer. That's the only thing that Master Jedi and I have knocked down sluggo arguments over. Is I think Totino's is a giant piece of shit. There you go. That was worth an effort. She loves them. To be fair, neither one of us has had one in decades, probably now, but it's still fun to at least pretend like we can actually argue over that. Ooh, that was a few more bingo. Oh man, I got so many bingo lines that are just one shy now. I don't think we're gonna make it though today. Oh yeah, duh, I keep forgetting. What I want to do is bust out my current who is streaming list. Luckily this tank here goes so slow. Oh, Sumo was on. That may be where we go. Let's see if anyone else is up and running right now. Imperial Jedi, he is up right now. Oh, there's a lot of people. Okay, it's going to take me a minute to go through this list, so I'm going to keep driving as we go. Uh-oh, a vote to maybe finish this off here. Totino's is nostalgia. Yeah, that's exactly it. I did a ton of Totino's in college, and I think that's probably why I hate them now. But because of the nostalgia, that's why Master Jedi loves them, at least in concept. I don't know if she loves one to actually have. Oh, okay, I finally crashed into something. That's fine. I don't need to go too much farther. So yeah, I think Midnight Sumo is probably where we're going to aim our raid shortly. I'm going to let that bingo vote go just in case that's enough to bring up a winner. There were we hit the 5 or more players, so anyone has a shot now. I've already welcomed to the show, but this time he's with a redeem. Thank you for that, by the way. Master Jedi appreciates it. Flip to truck. I was so close to doing that so many times as well. So okay, there's the 4th one over there. Okay, we have all 4 of these extra deluxe concrete planks, slabs, whatever the hell they are. Those might actually fit in the back of the mule. But we're going to wait until later to find out. That is where we're going to end the RoadCraft today. That's all queued up. I'd say welcome to Master Jedi, but your TTS privileges are revoked for the rest of the stream. Well, she was down here briefly, but she already had to bail. She puts way too much of her entire soul into trying to survive that job that's just getting worse and worse. On the plus side, they haven't hit the official final drop dead date for it yet, but so far she still has her job. Did this say where this actually is? I know I think when you've got the 4 stages on the map, I think each one of those shows you where it is, but it apparently doesn't tell you what location you're in. So next time around, I'm going to try to remember to pay attention. 4K texture pack. Oh man, I got to install this on the new laptop. Speaking of dropping, DK's tomorrow. Mine is coming via Amazon, so I'll probably get it around the time I'm done with work tomorrow. For the summer, we have subscribed to a community-supported agriculture subscription. Allow myself to introduce myself. So every Thursday, we drive out to the farm to pick up about $25 worth of groceries and bring them back home. You got to do that before it gets too late. So Donkey Kong's probably going to get delivered right before I have to make that side trip. But once I'm back, I'm playing. And it needs to have multiplayer. So one player is DK and one player is the other one on the shoulder. That I don't want to risk being a spoiler for anyone who didn't see the full pre-release trailer. That would be an awesome way to play that game. Surprise stream, I would not rule it out, but it is unlikely. Oh yeah, I wanted to check to see. Nope, no bingo for me. If anyone else has got a bingo, now is last call for that. I do have the DK Amiibo coming on Friday. They were ordered together, they've shipped together, but they're going to be delivered a day apart. Whatever, Amazon, you do your logistics. Let me come over here. Let me find the game. The game is done. We're going to do an exit. We're going to accept that. Make sure we get back to the desktop. Look at my Steam desktop, 37 out of 44 achievements. I am plowing through this game. The last 2 achievements are going to take forever to get. The very last one is get the prior 43. Not hard in and of itself, but achievement number 43, you have to drive 5,000 kilometers in the game across any and all of your saves. To this point, after 145.7 hours of playtime and 9.5 of the 10 maps complete, I have 600, or maybe 675, at most 700 kilometers right now. It's going to take forever to get to 5,000. So I think I'm going to be sitting at 42 out of 44 for a long time. Makes me itch a little bit, but what are you going to do? Maybe, hopefully, they'll start adding extra year passes like they have with SnowRunner and Expeditions, and then you'll get a ton of churn of new maps. Add some more achievements to some of the new maps as they go, maybe. They haven't done it for SnowRunner, but they could maybe do it here. I don't know. Whatever. However all of that works out. Let me click the raid button because I keep forgetting to do that. We are going to go check out the Sumo. As soon as I get him up in the search. Let's see if we've gone live. Yes, we are now into live. We're past yesterday's replay. We've started some of the live stuff. Things are going. They're looking good. It's probably the 6th division. So there's 9 people in the stands, but there's sumo guys out doing sumo things, and there's the singing and the pomp and circumstance. I love this stuff. So let me get that raid started. 8 seconds till it's ready to go. Thank you, everybody, for coming along on my journey. I'm trying to get my streams back into regularity again. I would like to do the bonus stream just so that I could get it done, but no promises. But if it happens tomorrow, it happens tomorrow. We got things to do. It's not going to happen. But I'd like to make it happen. Otherwise, Sea of Saturdays. We may finish off Sea of Stars DLC this Saturday. I got my fingers crossed for that. So I will look forward to seeing all of you at that time. Bye.